Assalamu alaikum, hello and namaste. Welcome to another inspirational episode, number 91 of The Limelight. I'm your host Fareen here, and today on the hot seat we have a charismatic personality. She is an educator from past 18 years and currently teaching at Abudhabi Indian School, Abu Dhabi. So, listeners, please welcome our guest Bushra Abdul Kareem.
Assalamu alaikum, Miss Bushra. How are you doing today?
Good, thank you. Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. How are you, Miss Fareen?
I'm good, and it's a pleasure to have you on my podcast.
Thank you so much.
So, Miss Bushra, before we talk about your teaching experience and all the other things you do, I want you to tell our listeners about yourself.
All right, Miss Fareen, it's my pleasure to be with you today. First of all, my name is Bushra Abdul Kareem. I'm from India, as you know. I'm born and brought up in a middle-class family in India, Muslim family in India. And I'm the youngest of the four. And then, of course, my parents were mostly educated. Education was a priority in the family. So then it came, and that's how I moved on. And I did work as a teacher. That's all I can tell you about me. But I enjoy life, that's all.
Yes, and it's really nice to know you, and I pray that Allah blesses you and your family with all the health and happiness in life.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Okay, listeners, Miss Bushra also is my relative.
Thank you, Fareen. Rather, we are co-sisters, if I'm right.
Yes, right, exactly. Elder sister-in-law, right? So, Miss Bushra, tell me what inspired you to be a teacher?
Never in my thoughts I dreamt of working as coming up from a Muslim family, Muslim community. We have certain setbacks way back when I graduated. Although my parents gave more what you call importance to education, they said this education is for your life. You may use it as you like, the best use. But they didn't mean that I need to work with this. I'm a teacher by chance. I went for the admission of my niece to the school where I studied. It was my alma mater as well. When I went there, they asked me, "What are you doing now?" They know me very well there. I studied from my kindergarten to my grade 10. "What are you doing?" I said, "Nothing, just graduated." And they asked me to join there. That was the beginning. And then it went on. That's it.
Wow, that is so nice. Some things happen all of a sudden by accident.
But I had a tough time. I had to convince my father because
Okay.
sisters were married and I was in line. And,
Mhm.
coming from a Muslim community, as I say, girls don't
Yes.
work. It was considered a taboo at the time. Muslim girls
Yes.
work. But then I had some backing from I must salute my eldest brother-in-law for that.
Okay.
Mr. Abdul Sattar, he was a bank manager. I
Mhm.
went and I told him to convince my father, and then I don't know whether he knows about it. He still remembers that part, but
Okay.
yes, it was from his side he started, and then it was his encouragement, and then it went on.
Wow, that's really nice. Somebody must be there to support us, and then
Yes.
we can go forward always. And also, the thing is, we should have the support of our family. I mean, our spouse and our kids to go forward with what we dream.
Here, let me say, my husband has never let me down at any part of time. He has always like the best of things. You want to do it? Okay, go ahead. He has never stopped me. I think your husband would know it very well.
Yes. Okay. So I have a question here, like Ms. Bushra, nowadays, because of the pandemic, education, everything else is going online. So also for schools, from being in the campus to going online, how difficult it was for a teacher to transition in this phase.
Education going online, it was a challenge. Even now it's a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
And I should say that we should be really happy about this, parents and teachers as well. We are into history now. We are a part of history. I think 3 generations before us, there was this kind of situation, but then there was nothing called education was not given that much priority, if I'm right. And online education to nowhere. And now we are into online education, and education is given priority, and we are taking up online system, education system, conducting classes, and we should be happy we are into history. And I think we can tell about our experience to the next generations that follow. It's an experience. And here I think the cooperation of the parents, it's very important, and they also enjoy this part. And technology, once 21st century education system is more based on technology. I think every education system wanted technology to be inculcated in that. And
Yes.
I think students and teachers, just they said start your online education. So they just gave us the computers, they gave us a team platform, and they said, okay, now go ahead with that. So there was no way looking back. We had to move ahead, and now we are masters in this.
Right. Every challenge will make us learn something new, and also teachers and students learn this way of studying, and I hope this becomes a part of our life.
Initially, it was experimenting, but then we had no time to just look into the result of this experiment. We had
Right.
to move ahead. So it so happened now there is no looking back.
Yes, true. Okay, now after all these serious questions,
Yeah.
I have a fun segment for you. It is called the rapid fire round,
Right.
and
I'll be convincing.
and I have three random questions for you, which you can answer in one word or a sentence. Okay?
Yes or no is okay?
No, I want a proper answer.
Specific. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do my best.
Okay. So my first question is, which is your favorite movie?
Hindi, English.
Hindi?
Hindi is My Name is Khan. Don't ask me why.
I know why. I know you're a big Shah Rukh Khan fan.
Yes, you made
Oh,
my day. This was a couple of days ago. My daughter asked me, Mama, which is your favorite movie?
okay.
And there is no looking back.
No, that's really nice. My second question. Now, in your childhood, you
Yeah.
might have had a subject which you didn't like to study. The hated subject. Every student has that. So, which is your hated subject in your childhood? Right.
Not Kannada, but Hindi was getting the grammar part was a little difficult. I used to
Hmm.
translate the version into English, and then I used to check with that.
Oh,
Don't
okay.
ask me how I did it. I got through.
I think students should get knack from you to do that.
I told my son about this, and my daughter knows this.
That's good. Okay, my last question is, which is your one signature dish?
Biryani, I can say.
Okay.
My
Wow, that's
children
nice.
love the way I cook biryani, and
Hmm.
when you cook it for the family, you
Yeah,
put your heart and soul more than the spices and the taste. I think the additional taste comes through the love, how the way
true.
it is cooked.
Exactly.
My son used to invite his friends for Eid. Tell them, my mom is cooking biryani. If you want, please come.
Okay, that is really nice. Well, that was the end of the rapid fire round,
Thank you
and
so
your
much.
answers were amazing.
It was a difficult. First part was very good. I feel so comfortable giving out that answer.
Okay. Well, now we have finished this rapid fire round. We enter into our last segment
Yeah.
where we ask your advice for our listeners.
Yeah, being in the field of education, this has come as a chance to me. And I would like this education or knowledge, growing with knowledge, there is no stopping to this. It has no boundaries. I think all of us should go for education, learning, the yearning to knowledge. It should be there in everybody. And nobody can steal it. It is not lost. It's always with you. It goes with you, and doesn't mean that only knowledge of English or science or technology. No, it is the religion also, the knowledge of your religion. Everything comes here. knowledge in the sense it is something universal. And I think education, when we are educated, we get to know more about this, the educated community. I think every parent, every elders and youngsters, I say earnestly, see that you educate yourself. I think cannot say anything more about this, but education and knowledge, they go hand in hand, and that is everybody's right. It's a right, human right. What do you say, Miss Fareen, for this?
Yes, I totally agree. Education is like a treasure.
I want to say that I think parents or as teachers also, life is an adventure, and we should climb all the heights of knowledge. We should explore the heights of knowledge. If I can put it, if I can use this, you're climbing a mountain, you try
Mhm.
to explore that, so that climb that mountain of knowledge. I think that will be very beneficial in every walk of life.
Miss Bushra, I really love the advice, and I hope our listeners get benefit from whatever you said. And
Thank you, Ms.
education
Fareen.
is, you're welcome. Education is a must, and knowledge is totally a treasure for everybody. I thank you so much for taking time from your busy schedule and doing this interview with me.
Thank you, Ms. Fareen. Thank you very much. Stay blessed, stay happy, your family and you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Miss Bushra. Okay, listeners, if you have liked this episode, please click on the like button of the Limelight page. This podcast will also be available on YouTube, Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcast, Facebook, Instagram, wherever you can find. Thank you for listening and Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.